What is going on, my ultimates? It is Blazer67 here, and welcome to yet another top 5 video. So this one is top 5 ships. This one was kind of hard for me to create. I had a little bit of a difficulty finding out like what would be good ships for this game, because I didn't want to just do the ones that are really obvious in the game. I kind of wanted to do some of the new ones. I wanted to include the future arc too, because you know something happened in the future arc that was a huge plot twist, and I wanted to add that in here. And I did some honorable mentions, so hopefully you guys really like this video. It took me a little while to make this time around, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. And don't forget, go ahead and drop down your top 5 ships down below, because I know a lot of us have different tastes when it comes to ships. So go ahead and drop down your list, because there's gonna be so many lists down below that are just going to be crazy and just different. So do not be shy, go all out. Just tell me, what are your top 5 ships? I don't care who it is, just ship some people together. It doesn't even have to make sense. It doesn't even have to be a noticeable one that's in the anime. Just give me some ships, guys. That would be amazing. I want to see those ships sail in the comments. I want to see the Black Pearl from motherfucking Pirates of the Caribbean riding along those waves. Just give me all your ships. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you did enjoy it. And let's jump into this top 5 video. Hi-ho! So ships are sailing, ladies and gentlemen. So to start off this top 5 ships list, we're gonna hit number 5, and number 5 is gonna be Makoto x Kirigiri. Now what's funny about this ship is, you know, you see it towards the end of Danganronpa 1 and you really like it and you're like, oh cool, like I could actually see Makoto and Kirigiri together for once. But I think it didn't really become relevant to me until I saw the future arc and I saw what happened when Kirigiri passed away and how destroyed Makoto felt inside. I was like, dude, this was more than just a friend to you, wasn't it? This was like an actual love interest. Like he actually liked Kirigiri at the end of the day. Yeah, the Sayaka Mizono thing happened, and I think Makoto, you know, got torn apart because of that. But I think Kirigiri means a lot to this man too. So Kirigiri doesn't really show much emotion, so it's kind of hard to see what she's thinking at times. But I think that she actually had some feelings back for Makoto. And it would have been awesome to see some Makoto x Kirigiri babies. Like, wouldn't they be amazing? Like, think about it. They'd be all about hope. They'd be the ultimate hope plus the ultimate detective. Like, that's everything you need. That's like the best ship ever. Hope plus detective equals greatness. So I'm kind of sad to see Kirigiri go in the anime, so we're not ever going to see this ship sail. And it sucks for Makoto, because I feel like every single time this man actually has like a love interest, they leave his life. And it's just, I don't blame you, Makoto. Like, I'd be done with life if every single girlfriend or wife I had died. Makoto, I do not blame you right now, because at this point, if I was you, I would be like, everything I touch dies, like Timmy's mom off of Fairy Odd Parents. So it's kind of sad to see this ship actually just like die and sink. I'm really depressed about that. But if something happens in the future arc where Kirigiri, you know, magically comes back to life and stuff like that, you know, wink wink, then I will be completely excited. I'll be like, yes, bring the ship back. Please get his ship back into the ocean. I want to see this happen. Please, Kodaka, make this happen. Please make Makoto and Kirigiri happen. Just bring Kirigiri back from the dead. I don't care if you do it. Just do it. It doesn't even have to make sense. Just bring her back. But Makoto x Kirigiri gets number 5 on my top 5 ships list. So number 4 on my top 5 ships list, I actually didn't see coming when I was playing Danganronpa 2. I was actually pretty surprised that this ended up becoming a thing by the end of the game, and it is Sonia x Gundam. Like, okay, I knew Sonia liked weird stuff, like, you know, Michael Myers and like horror films, and she was just into really weird things, but I never would have thought that she'd get with Gundam. And I was kind of sad for Kazuichi once I saw that she really started to have feelings for Gundam, because I'm just like, oh, Kazuichi, you could have had her, man. You could have had Sonia, but you didn't get her, man. I really wanted to see Kazuichi get her, because I mean, I feel like Kazuichi's a character that's that's kind of like me. I see myself in Kazuichi a lot. So I really wanted to see him get the princess. But of course, after seeing Nekomaru's trial and seeing what happened to Gundam, his execution and such, I'm kind of like leaning towards, okay, Sonya cross Gundam should have happened. Like, that would have been kind of cool. Because, you know, Gundam was a good guy. Like, he would always talk about how strong he was and how he could beat up everyone, but he was a pretty awesome character at the end of the day. I like Gundam, and to see him with the princess, I could see that. You know what's funny is I see Sonya x Gundam kind of being like Vegeta x Bulma. Like, if only Sonya was a little bit smarter though, because at times I feel like she's a little naive, which of course Bulma isn't. Bulma is like super smart. Am I the only one that gets Vegeta vibes from Gundam? Like, legitimately, this guy acts like Vegeta a lot. And I'm surprised they didn't actually get the voice actor of Vegeta to do his voice. That would have been awesome in the game. I like Gundam's voice actor already, but if he would have got Vegeta's voice actor from Dragon Ball Z, I would have loved that also. To me, Gundam has the same mannerism as Vegeta. I think what's awesome about this ship is when Gundam actually died, the 4 Dark Days of Destruction became Sonya's, and she kind of like adopted them, and they were always like following her and such. I thought that was a really cool touch in the game. Instead of the 4 Dark Days of Destruction just kind of like going away just randomly, they went over to Sonya. So it was like Gundam wrote a will saying, okay, if I was ever to die for Dark Days of Destruction, you guys will now protect Sonya. So at the end of the day, this shipping is perfect and it deserves number 4. So number 3, I'm really surprised is a thing, because over in Japan, they don't really accept this yet. In the States, of course, we do now, but in Japan, they're really strict about this. So I thought that this needed to be on the list because I felt like it's sending a really powerful message in Japan currently. And that is Juzo X Munakata. I was really surprised to see this happen in episode 10 of the Despair arc. I didn't think Juzo was really being a secret admirer for Munakata. I thought he liked Chisa and they were having like a love triangle for one girl. But him liking Munakata kind of like threw things off the rails. I'm like, whoa, this is a super triangle going on here. I like it. I like it. So I'm surprised that this is a thing because in Japan, it's not really accepted right now. And I feel like Kodaka kind of knew that the States would accept this, but in Japan they wouldn't. So I think he's trying to kind of throw out a message to his Japanese viewers. Another thing that makes this interesting is we didn't find this out by Juzo, you know, expressing his feelings to Munakata. We found all of this out through Junko, through an amazing scene. If you watch episode 10 of the Despair arc, you will know what I'm talking about right now. Through an amazing scene, Junko basically blackmailed Juzo, saying that, hey, if you don't go tell him that I'm innocent right now, then I'm going to show him all these pictures that you have on your phone of him, and actually throw it out there that you like Munakata. And of course, Juzo does not want Munakata to know that, hey, I like you, because, well, it would throw the whole Chisa Munakata off the rails. But then, you know, I don't think Munakata probably feels the same way about Juzo, so then there would be that whole mix-up, and it just wouldn't fly. It wouldn't fly at all. So instead of just manning up and being like, no, Junko, I'm not going to let you fill me with despair right now. I'm going to go back to my friend and tell him that you are a bitch. He just goes and says, okay, I'll betray my friend. I'm going to go tell him that you are innocent. Why would you do such a thing, Juzo? Why would you say that? You should never betray your friend. All it is a picture. You might as well just tell him your true feelings. But this was a huge plot twist in the Despair arc. I did not see this coming. A lot of you, actually, I was looking in the comments of that video, and a lot of you guys were saying that you saw this coming. And I was like, whoa. How did you see this coming? I mean, it's a Japanese anime. I did not think that Kodaka would do something like this, but he did. He did it. The mastermind himself, but Kodaka, not Junko, did it. So I'm surprised to see this ship sail, and it deserves number 3 on this list. I really like number 2. I really like number 2 on this list. Number 2 on my list of top 5 ships is Hajime X Chiaki. Am I crazy for not really noticing this ship in Danganronpa 2? Like, I didn't see it for some reason. Maybe I was just ignoring it, or I didn't really care, or one of the two. But I didn't notice this shipping in Danganronpa 2. I didn't notice it until the Despair arc, where Chiaki kind of looked like she had feelings for Hajime. I was like, oh, now I get it. There's a Hajime x Chiaki ship going on here. I didn't see this in Danganronpa 2. So it's kind of cool to see that Chiaki has some sort of feelings for Hajime. The only thing that I'm questioning is, did Hajime like Chiaki back? I didn't really see any connection. I mean, I guess he did, because he would always wait at the fountain for her, and, you know, they would play games together. So I guess he might have liked Chiaki, but there weren't too many signs. I saw more signs from Chiaki liking him than I saw of him liking Chiaki. But I'm sorry, Hajime, that's my girl. You know, you cannot be on top of my girl. I'm sorry, that is mine and only mine. So Hajime, you gotta step aside. This should be Blaze x Chiaki, but I'm being nice to Hajime for now, and I don't want to say it. I'm just, because since I'm not in the game, I guess I can't say Blaze x Chiaki, but in reality, this really should be Blaze x Chiaki. You guys already know that. Everyone out there knows that. I love you guys for knowing that and supporting it. Blaze x Chiaki, go ahead and say it in the comments, please and thank you. What gives this shipping the number 2 spot is really because of what happened, the scene between Izuru and Chiaki in episode 10 of the Despair arc, where Chiaki is suffering. She's crawling towards Izuru and he's just looking at her. This guy that has been emotionless this whole arc, since we've seen him, since we've been introduced to this character, all he has shown us is none emotions whatsoever. But after a few words from Chiaki and seeing her die, he finally cries. Emotion finally runs from the emotion in this man. That right there is powerful. Chiaki, you are the girl that made the man of no emotions show some goddamn emotions, and you should be proud of it. So that right there is the true reasoning for Hajime x Chiaki being on my list. And not just being on my list, it being number 2. So since this list is kind of biased, it's kind of really hard to, like, you know, have an unbiased shippings list, because I mean, it has to deal with my sexual orientation and your guys is also for your list. So no one's list for this is right or wrong. So I'm just gonna throw in some honorable mentions out there for you guys. So some honorable mentions, let me read these off the list. I want to see Nagito cross Junko. Could you imagine those babies, Nagito cross Junko? That would, oh my god, those children would be completely ridiculous. So next on my list is Makoto cross Makuru. Eminem, you get it? Eminem, like, who wouldn't want that shipping? Eminem, Makoto cross Makuru. After reading Danganronpa IF, I was like, oh, I like this. I like Makoto cross Makuru. I want to see this happen. Next on my list is Fuyuhiko cross Peko, and after seeing Peko's execution, I was really torn apart from it, and I was like, oh my god, like, we should have saw Fuyuhiko across Peko. That would have been a really, really good shipping. Next is Nekomaru cross Akane. I mean, that one kind of speaks for itself. I mean, we already kind of saw the little love connection that they had in Danganronpa 2. I don't know what they did together, wink wink. There was a couple hints out there that they might have got down and dirty with it. But yeah, they definitely deserve to be on this honorable mentions list. Komaru cross Toko. I don't know why, but I want to see Komaru cross Toko. After seeing all that friendship talk and stuff, I was like, ooh, I kind of like this Komaru cross Toko relationship going on here. I wouldn't mind seeing a nice little shipping. And last but not least is Zuru cross Junko. And that is going to be it for my honorable mentions list. I want you guys to drop down an honorable mentions list also in your top 5s down below too. That would be really cool. But yeah, these are the shippings that I could think of off the top of my head. So onward to number 1. Number 1 on my list is probably the most noticeable one in the series. I mean, they hinted so much, they throw so much shit at you about this one that it's really cool. It's a really cool shipping in my opinion because it's so one-sided, but I still like root for the one side just to finally make it happen. So number 1 on my list is Togami cross Toko. the double T's. I mean, come on. After playing Ultra Despair Girls and seeing Toko's fantasies, why would you not want this to happen? Toko is such a sweet girl, honestly. Toko's nice to me. I like Toko, and I feel like she needs something good to happen in her life for once. And I think, okay, we already got Kamaru. That was cool. You know, that happened to her. But it would be cool to also see her finally get the love of her life. Please, I don't want to see no more Toko's fantasies, please. Make those fantasies a reality to her so she can stop making those fantasies so we don't have to watch them anymore. How about that? That's where I was really getting at with this. I don't have to watch any more Toko's fantasies in the future if she actually gets together with Togami. If it actually happens, then there are no more Toko's fantasy. It would be Toko's reality, and it would all be stuck in her mind, and then she wouldn't tell us anything about it. And then we wouldn't have to watch these weird scenes with Togami kissing up on her, and she's like, oh my god, Togami, this feels so good. And you're just sitting there like, okay, this is a little awkward, people. I got my parents sitting outside my room right now, listening to me play this game, and they're probably just like, what the fuck is that kid playing in there? Oh, we don't know. You know, he just watches his hentai. His hentai. My mom literally calls hentai hentai. She asked me the other day, she was like, oh, you know, you really like anime. So does that mean you like hentai? And I'm just like, hentai? What is that? I don't know what hentai is. Hentai? I know what hentai is, but hentai, it's not on my list. So with all that hentai talk aside, I cannot believe my mom called hentai hentai. I was just blown away from that. I was like, Mom, did you really just ask me that question? No, I don't watch hentai. I don't even know what hentai is. So, I mean, do you guys agree with me, though? I mean, we wouldn't have to see any more Toko's fantasies. Do you guys not want to see something good happen to Toko other than Kamaru? Because Kamaru, we saw that happen and transpire. She needs some good luck in her life because I feel like after playing that little Toko short story game, I don't know if you guys saw me play it. It was like a really small game of Toko. It wasn't canon or anything. It was a fan-made game. And it was really awesome because it seemed like it presented what her life was before Hope's Peak Academy really, really well. So to see something like her man, her dream man at that, to actually get together with her and be happy with her would be an amazing feeling for me, and not only me, but all the Danganronpa fans in this universe. So if you guys are rolling with me on this one, thank you. Thank you. That's all I gotta say. So with all that being said, that is number 1 on my top 5 ships list. I want you guys to go ahead and drop some comments down below. Tell me your guys' top 5 ships list, and even throw an honorable mentions list if you have one down below also. That would be amazing. You guys already know I like to read your comments on that. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with this video, and I would like you guys to comment, subscribe, and like. If you enjoyed the video, please and thank you. I will see you guys later. Have an amazing day. Deuces.
Will never die. Can you see?